After 12 class, they can also study at IU.
Correct. So there are two options on that end. Either you complete 12 years of school in Bangladesh, and after that, you also do 1 year at a university.
But IU, they can also study.
Yeah, they can also study
1 year
IU.
at IU.
Yeah,
like
but
online.
Correct. But if they do that 1 year in Bangladesh, they don't need to do the pathway program. They can join the bachelor directly.
Yeah.
But you can come to Germany directly after your 12th grade, and you can do a pathway program. It's
But
kind of
will they get visa for that? Because
Yes,
embassy
yes.
can ask you need 13 years of education. They can ask.
No. So we the IU issues a certification that you are accepted for the pathway program and also for the bachelor program.
Okay, that is very important question because people are very confused. I say in Bangla. সো বন্ধুরা আপনারা তো বুঝতে পারলেন যে আসলে এই যে পাথওয়ে প্রোগ্রাম যেটা বলছে সেটা হচ্ছে 12 বছর পরে আপনি যদি অ্যাপ্লাই করেন তাহলে তারা 1 বছর আপনাকে একটা পাথওয়ে প্রোগ্রাম and that will be reduced from the full course like 4 years and then 1 year is like pathway.
That 1 year and 3 years bachelor.
Yeah, that means 12 after 12 then they study only like 3 and 1. That means 16 years also.
4 years, correct.
Okay, yeah, okay. That means 16 years. Like আপনারা 12 বছর শেষ করে 4 বছরের মধ্যে 1 বছর হচ্ছে পাথওয়ে প্রোগ্রামটা ওরা কাউন্ট করে নেবে আর 3 বছরের ব্যাচেলর। দ্যাট মিন্স টোটাল 4 ইয়ার্স পড়াশোনা, বাট আপনারা ওই একটা বছর হচ্ছে যেটা বাংলাদেশে পড়তেন সেটা আপনি এদের কাছে এখানে এসে পড়তে পারবেন। এই হচ্ছে মোটামুটি বিষয়। বন্ধুরা আমি আইইউর ক্যাম্পাসে আছি, যেমনটা আপনারা দেখতে পাচ্ছেন। আমি একজন ইন্ডিয়ান স্টুডেন্টের সাথে এখন কথা বলবো। সে কেন ইন্ডিয়া থেকে জার্মানি আসলো, কারণ বাংলাদেশ ভারত তো খুব বেশি দূরে না, একই কালচার একই। বাংলাদেশের কেউ আছেন এখানে, কিন্তু আমি এই মুহূর্তে কাউকে পাই নাই। সো আমি ইন্ডিয়ান হারকারাম, তার নাম সে নিজেই পরিচয় দিবেন। সো আমি সরাসরি তার কাছে চলে যাই।
Everyone, my name is Arkaram. I studied at the IU from 2016 to 2019. I did my bachelor's in business administration. And yeah, the decision to study at a private university came after I actually went all around Germany. I actually came from India to Germany to see the universities. I visited almost 17 universities, and at the end of the day I opted for the IU because of various reasons. So I met the representatives from so many universities, but I was most convinced by the IU, and it has been how should I say, a wonderful decision to be here.
Yeah, great. So did you study at Bad Honnef?
Yeah, so I studied at Bad Honnef, and that's also the case for students who would like to come to Germany now. For bachelors, they would have to come to the Bad Honnef campus. And at the IU for master students, we have another campus, which is the Berlin campus.
What's the specialty of Bad Honnef campus? Why should they come here?
So at the end of the day, Bad Honnef, I would more recommend to the younger students, for the bachelor students, because it's a more tightly knit community for younger people to make connections with other people.
Integration, like
correct, for integration, because they're close to other students.
Yeah.
So I think for that, it's better to be in a smaller town than to be in a bigger city. But for master students, their number one focus directly after their graduation is to find a job.
Yeah.
So for them, being in the biggest city in Germany is a much better decision, because they're surrounded by thousands of jobs. And also Berlin recently overtook London as the most funded place for startups in Europe.
So is it possible at Bad Honnef campus to have a job, like a campus job, maybe in Mensa or somewhere else, like 20 hours per week? So
yes, for sure. So students are allowed to work 20 hours per week, right? So at the end of the day, it does not mean that it's a smaller town, that there are not many jobs. You can find part-time jobs all over in the city, and also at the university. So it's not something that the university guarantees before they come, but when they come, they can talk to the departments, talk to the Mensa, talk to people who run all our departments at the university, and for sure, students can be of help.
Are they getting actually, or just it's like maybe, or I mean the ratio? Do you have any idea? Maybe.
No, personally, I do not know any student who did not find a part-time job. There is an abundance of part-time jobs in Germany, and all my friends who also studied while we were studying, each and everyone had a part-time job. And some students, they usually have this question that, so I'm not fluent in German, I don't speak German, I only speak English. Will I find jobs? But this is also something I really recommend all the international students, that you don't have to worry about that. You'll find jobs.
Yeah. What about the big cities around Bad Honnef? Like how many big cities like Bonn, Köln, and
yes, there are many big cities. So in about 20 minutes you'll be in Bonn. In about 30 minutes you'll be in Cologne. And in also about 30 minutes south, you'll be in Koblenz.
Okay, that means if anyone try to get a job in big cities, that's also possible.
Exactly. So public transport from here is just perfect. You can take the train in all directions towards Cologne and Bonn. It's also a direct train, also towards the south to Koblenz. It's also a direct train.
So another very important question. মানে আমি তাকে একটা আমাদের পক্ষ থেকে একটা প্রশ্ন করি, সেটা হচ্ছে যে আমরা তো আর ইউরোপিয়ান না, আমেরিকান না, আমাদের একটা নিজস্ব লাইফস্টাইল আছে বাংলাদেশ, ভারত, পাকিস্তান বা সাউথ এশিয়ান দেশগুলোতে। সো আমাদের জীবনটা হচ্ছে একটু মিডল ক্লাস টাইপের। সো হারকারাম, ইজ ইট পসিবল টু লিভ হিয়ার উইথ 500 euros per month happily, or 500-600 euros, like middle class? No, money is big problem to study at private university. So is it possible to come from a middle class family to study here and survive?
Yes, for sure. I think in a question like this, you have to focus on the return on investment. So obviously you are investing some money on your education, but you need to see what's going to come out on the other end. Once you complete your education, you will have a degree from one of the best recognized universities in Germany. You are open to so many high-paying jobs, and you can easily cover the finances that you incurred during studies. You asked about the cost. In total, I think 700 euros is what you need to live a very comfortable life here in Germany. So your accommodation, food expenses, grocery shopping, etc., going out, having some fun as well.
Okay. In outside of tuition fees, right?
Correct.
If you are talking about Europeans' life or American someone, you know, Bangladesh, Pakistan, India is like similar culture, so food habit and lifestyle. So like middle class, middle income families, so maybe a little bit less, like
yes, for
600
sure.
around,
yes, you can definitely. And you're obviously also earning money from your part-time job, so so with a part-time job you can easily earn up to 700-800 euros, 900 euros.
Okay, that means someone can live, including everything, I would say 1,000 euros, 1,050, like that. That means if someone earns around 800, and they can live actually with 1,000. That means if they have a little bit support from family and they have block account, so if they have any problem, they can have some money from block amount, and then they can live, or maybe they can survive at least. Is it possible?
Yes, 100%. I mean, it depends. You can obviously cut back, and at the end of the day, there are just two necessary costs: your accommodation and your groceries. These are the only two costs, and in the cost that you mentioned. Most of the cases, students don't even need support from their parents. If you have a good part-time job, then you can cover your tuition fees, which you are paying monthly, and your living expenses with that amount.
From Bangladesh, you know, India, some part of India, like West Bengal. So what would be your suggestions for these students if someone is trying to come to Germany, or especially Bad Honnef campus? So what would be your suggestions to them?
My suggestion is go for it.
Okay.
It's a good decision, correct. But if they do that 1 year in Bangladesh, they don't need to do the pathway program. They can join the Bachelor directly.
If they finish their 12th class in Bangladesh and then 1 year online, maybe.
Okay.
Is possible?
Okay. No, not online, but you can come to Germany directly after your 12th grade, and you can do a pathway program. It's kind of.
Will they get visa for that? Because embassy can ask, you need 13 years of education. They can ask.
No, so the IU issues a certification that you are accepted for the pathway program and also for the Bachelor program.
Okay, that is very important question because people are very confused. I say in Bangla. So বন্ধুরা, আপনারা তো বুঝতে পারলেন যে আসলে এই যে পাথওয়ে প্রোগ্রাম যেটা বলছে, সেটা হচ্ছে 12 বছর পরে যদি অ্যাপ্লাই করেন তাহলে তারা 1 বছর আপনাকে একটা পাথওয়ে প্রোগ্রাম, and that will be reduced from the full course, like 4 years, and then 1 year is like pathway.
That 1 year and 3 years bachelor.
That means 12 after 12, then they study only 3 and 1. That means 16 years also.
4 years, correct.
Okay. That means 16 years. Like আপনারা 12 বছর শেষ করে 4 বছরের মধ্যে 1 বছর হচ্ছে পাথওয়ে প্রোগ্রামটা ওটা কাউন্ট করে নেবে, আর 3 বছরের ব্যাচেলর। দ্যাট মিন্স টোটাল 4 ইয়ার্স পড়াশোনা, বাট আপনারা ওই একটা বছর হচ্ছে যেটা বাংলাদেশে পড়তেন সেটা আপনি এদের কাছে এখানে এসে পড়তে পারবেন, এই হচ্ছে মোটামুটি বিষয়। অ্যান্ড হোয়াট অ্যাবাউট আফটার ব্যাচেলর, লাইক দে ফিনিশ ব্যাচেলার্স হিয়ার অ্যান্ড দেন they can choose anyone.
Exactly. Yeah.
Maybe
so they can either start working because this is also one big advantage why I also chose Germany is because the immigration laws are very lenient. You are guaranteed an 18-month visa extension here to look for a job, and then also you can convert to work permit very easily.
Yeah. What about the tuition fees? Because I forgot this important part, very important part.
The tuition fee, that's also a major reason why many students are choosing Germany these days, is because the tuition fee is much less than countries like the UK, Canada, which are the countries that people usually want to go to. So while upholding the same quality of education, if not better, the tuition fee is much less in Germany, especially at the IU. You can complete a full bachelor's degree of 3 years in 12,500 euros.
Okay, that means if someone has pathway program, then it would be.
Then the cost goes a bit higher to 20,000 euros in total for 4 years. But if you don't need the pathway, then it's 12,000.
12,500.
Yeah.
So if someone studied 1 year in Bangladesh to reduce their price, is it possible?
Yes, for sure. So they can study
1 year anywhere in Bangladesh, and
exactly.
then directly
directly at IU, and but the course has to be the same. So if you're applying for a bachelor in computer science, for example, then your 1 year at the Bangladesh university should also be in computer science.
Okay, or similar subject which has similarity.
Yes, in the IT field maybe. Yeah.
What about the payment model? Like they should pay all together, like semester?
No, so we do. The IU definitely has payment plans. You can either pay yearly or per semester or per month. So as per your convenience, if you pay per year, you get a 2% discount. But I think the best option is to pay monthly because it gives you flexibility, and you don't need to bring the 12,000 euros with you. You can also work part-time and keep on paying the...
What type of other qualifications do they need, like IELTS, maybe point?
Correct. They need an IELTS.
Point should be like 6?
Correct, 6 is the minimum.
Okay. 6 is very doable. Yeah. And anything else?
Not really. You just need a
result, like if someone has 3 out of 5, is it possible, like HSC, HSC school and college in Bangladesh, minimum 3? What could be the minimum result?
So that depends on. So in Germany they have a different system.
Yeah, that's true.
So in the German system it has to be a minimum of 3.5.
German system.
A German system 3.5 GPA.
Befriedigung, like something like that.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
মানে 6 এর মধ্যে আপনাদের 3.5 লাগবে, সেটা বাংলাদেশে 3 এর মতোই হয় আসলে। আপনার আমার ডেসক্রিপশন বক্সে হয়তো আমি একটা দিয়ে দিব, ক্যালকুলেটর, গ্রেডিং ক্যালকুলেটর, আপনারা সেটা থেকে দেখে নিতে পারবেন আপনাদের রেজাল্টটা কেমন হলে আপনারা জার্মানি আসতে পারবেন। Another very important question: is it so hard to study at IU, like workload, study load? Is it doable? So mediocre students can come and pass the exams?
Yes, they can surely. And nowadays, since last year, they've come up with a blended learning program. So which means that you don't need to do all your classes online here on campus. You can do some of your classes on campus, and the rest of the classes you can also do at night on the virtual portal that the university offers, which means you have more time for your part-time job and to earn money.
Okay. What about the success rate? Like at public university, sometimes if they are not very serious, they could fail, something like that. So what about IU? It's a little bit easier?
It's definitely much
flexibility or
something. More flexibility, and the reason why students fail in public universities is because they don't get that support from the professor. If you're 100 students in one class, at the IU you are only 25, 30, 35 students, so you are in direct contact with your professor, and you get all the necessary help to pass your exam.
So I would like to come to a point, like if I want to pass I could pass. Is it possible?
Easily,
Yeah?
easily. Not
Okay.
only pass, you could score very good marks.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. That means so বন্ধুরা আপনারা যেটা বুঝলেন সে তো এখানে পড়াশোনা করেছে এবং সে বলল যেটা যে আসলে এত কঠিন না, যেটা আপনার পাবলিক ইউনিভার্সিটিতে আপনাকে প্রচুর পড়াশোনা করতে হবে এবং প্রচুর আপনাকে ওয়ার্কলোড নিতে হবে, যে এখানে একটু ফ্লেক্সিবল, যেহেতু প্রাইভেট ইউনিভার্সিটি আপনারা বুঝতে পারছেন সরাসরি প্রফেসরের সাথে পড়াশোনা করার বা তাকে যে কোনো সময় আস্ক করা, কারণ তাদের দায়িত্ব, তারা যেহেতু টাকাটা নিচ্ছে আপনারা কিন্তু ডেফিনেটলি আপনাকে পাস করানো তাদের দায়িত্ব। এবং আপনি যদি পাস করতে চান, পড়াশোনা করতে চান, ডেফিনেটলি আপনি পাস করবেন, পড়াশোনা করতেই হবে, ঠিক না? আপনি তো এখানে আসবেন পড়াশোনা না করার জন্য। সুতরাং আপনারা কিন্তু আইইউটাকে চিন্তা করতে পারেন যাদের মোটামুটি টাকা পয়সা আছে। সো বন্ধুরা, আমরা ভিডিওর একেবারে শেষ পর্যায়ে চলে এসেছি। আমার মনে হয় আপনাদের সব প্রশ্নের অ্যান্সারগুলো পেয়ে গেছেন। যদি আপনাদের আর কোনো প্রশ্নের বাকি থেকে যায়, ভিডিও ডেসক্রিপশন বক্সে করলে, মানে কমেন্ট বক্সে করলে আপনারা সেই প্রশ্নগুলোর অ্যান্সার আমি যতটুকু জানি দেওয়ার চেষ্টা করবো, অথবা তাদের পক্ষ থেকে হয়তো আমি প্রশ্নগুলো ফরওয়ার্ড করবো, তারা হয়তো আপনাদেরকে সেই প্রশ্নগুলোর অ্যান্সার দিবে। তো যেটা বললাম যে আপনাদের যদি ভালো লাগে ডেফিনেটলি আইইউটাকে চিন্তা করতে পারেন, যেহেতু আইইউটা হচ্ছে বিগেস্ট প্রাইভেট ইউনিভার্সিটি ইন জার্মানি। সো আপনারা ডেফিনেটলি চিন্তা করতে পারেন। আর হচ্ছে এম্বাসির ওয়েটিং পিরিয়ড যেটা আছে, যে অনেক লম্বা সময় লাগে, সেই সময়টা কিন্তু আপনারা যদি অ্যাডমিশনটা পেয়ে যান, আপনারা কিন্তু অনলাইনে সেখান থেকে কন্টিনিউ করতে পারবেন। এরপরে যখন এম্বাসির অ্যাপয়েন্টমেন্ট পাবেন, আপনারা কিন্তু সরাসরি জার্মানি চলে আসতে পারবেন। এই হচ্ছে মোটামুটি মেসেজ। আমার মনে হয় আর কোনো প্রশ্ন আপনাদের নেই, যদি থাকে যেটা বললাম যে কমেন্টে করতে পারেন, আমরা রিপ্লাই দেওয়ার চেষ্টা করি। তাহলে আজকের মতো এখানে বিদায় নিচ্ছি, ভালো থাকবেন, দেখা হবে সামনের কোনো ভিডিওতে। আল্লাহ হাফেজ।
Thank you and bye bye.
বাই বাই।